Welcome back to another video, man. So I just actually got this video idea literally from sitting right here about to get ready to watch a college football game, and then I got a notification on my phone, and that notification was the Apple News just basically saying like, why are young men in America falling behind? So I was like, you know what? That would be a good idea for a video that I would love to, in Kevin Gates' words, expound upon. So, based off my observations, man, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. From what I see at my job and just from what I see with people that I know and I interact with, I think that the problem with young America, and I'm not gonna even say just all young men, but young America, period, is laziness, entitlement, being pampered, being spoiled. Those are all the problems of young America today. Like I just observed at my job, right? I look at a lot of the young men in there, and it's been several times where I've went up to young ladies and I've been like, man, you know what? I respect you guys and I appreciate you guys because you guys come in and you work harder than half of the young men in here. And I'm not saying that women aren't supposed to work hard or women can't work hard, but I'm just saying I'm looking at women doing things that men should technically be doing. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they have to, like a lot of them up there, they have to rely on themselves. So it's like, okay, I got to do this, even if it's heavy lifting that's past what I can lift, because I know that the men aren't going to do it. You know what I mean? So it's laziness and it's entitlement. They feel that they're supposed to be given things opposed to you having to work for things. Like, I'm going to give you guys a prime example with me. I'm 28 years old. I'm still, you know, a young man, and I'm still figuring things out, you know. But I look at where I'm at in life and where I came, you know, in terms of mental, and I was there at one point feeling entitled and feeling like I was owed this and I was owed that. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna give you an example of to why I'm the way I am, and I would advise a lot of parents to start implementing this type of treatment to your kids, because babying and sheltering and sugarcoating things is not helping these kids grow. If anything, all it's gonna do is turn them into a new term that I've adopted, which is called DGs. And DGs are disappointing grown-ups. That's all it's gonna turn into. So when my mom was like this, everything that I got, I'm talking about from my car, my apartment, everything, it was through hard work, and it was all through me. My mom didn't give me the luxury of saying, okay, I'm gonna get you this first car, and if you tear it up, then you on your own. Like, I had to go out. I didn't get my first, I'm 28 years old. I didn't get my first car until I was 23 going on 24 years old, right? So look at the time it took for me to get there. So a lot of ways, me maturing mentally, I knew how to value it when I got it. But it was the simple fact that my mom basically saying, if I wasn't here, right? If I wasn't here, how would you get it? Or if your daddy wasn't here, how would you get it? Or if your grandmother wasn't here, how would you get it? Or if your big sister, your big brother, your grandma, your grandpa, your uncle, whoever is supplying these kids, because it's almost like the laziness is like a drug, right? And you're doing stuff that you're supplying that. When you're taking care of problems for them, you're supplying that drug habit. And you're growing it to the point to where they become so dependent on you, or they become so dependent on their significant other or somebody else in their lives. Because it's easier to rely on someone else than to rely on yourself. You know, it's easier to put the blame on someone else than to put the blame on yourself. You know what I mean? And lack of accountability. That is one of the biggest things, if you ask me, with the problem with young America, is the lack of accountability. Like, I'm gonna give you guys an example. So my car has been down, right? I've been going through the process, you know, communicating with the guy right now to get it back rocking and rolling. So I was going into a week at work where I was having to get up early in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually 4, I had to be working at 5. So, you know, me, I get up well before. So I was getting up maybe 3:45, 3:50, something like that. So I was having to rely on my mom and my stepdad taking me to work, you know, while my car was down. Granted, they don't stay far away from me. And granted, you know, them loving me, they're willing to do it. But I was like, man, I got to do this Monday through Friday. So I was like, it's unfair of me to put my problem on them and make them get up out their sleep, because they don't have to be to work until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So they got to get up out their sleep, come take me to work, and try to come back home and go back to sleep just to get up and go to work. So I was like, man, you know what? I got to figure something out. If anything, I can rely on them to come pick me up, but I'm not going to put my problems on them to, you know, put them in a position to do something that they don't necessarily have to do. You know what I mean? So I was talking to my girlfriend, and she was like, well, that's what you do when you love people. And I was like, watch this. It's a two-way love affair, right? That's what you do when you love people. But also when you love people, I'm not going to put them in a position that they don't have to be in when I can figure out a way and maneuver and get around it, which I did. But just, you know, just appreciate that they were willing to do that is enough. But at the same time, I got to take accountability upon myself and say, okay, Rob, this is your car. Your car went down. It's not mama's problem. It's not daddy's problem. It's your problem. So you need to figure out a solution. You need to figure out alternatives to get by just until you're able to do what you want to do, right? But everybody else, especially young America, they would have put the blame on this person. They would have put the blame on that person, and they would have felt that their parents were obligated to do something for them just because they are their parents, and that's not the case. Your parents have the option of helping out. They're not entitled to do nothing from you once you're an adult. You know, my mom put me through high school. I've never been arrested at 28 years old. I don't have no kids at 28 years old. So she done her job. She put me in a position to be able to do what I'm doing now. Another thing I'll use as another example is with my YouTube. So I have two YouTube channels. I got a sports channel and I got this channel right here, right? And we all know how it is. You look at the glamorous lifestyle of social media influences, and everybody wants to live that. And you know, and a lot of people are starting to start their own YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, whatever the case may be. But the harsh reality of it, and I'm having to endure that, is that to get to here, you have to start from here. And I know you can't even see it in the camera lens, but that's why I'm trying to tell you how far down. And I actually might put that here. Like, you have to start here to get here. Right? So it's going to be a lot of times, man, you're going to upload videos. You might upload 30 videos, and total in views, it might have 5 views total. Right? But we become so upset and we become so entitled to say, man, I'm putting good content out there. I'm supposed to be able to get this many views. That ain't the way the world works, bro. You got to look at, like my guy Nipsey Hussle said. It's a guy that I have on his icon on my pendant on my necklace, who was a rapper from Los Angeles. If you know, you know. If you don't, do your education on him, you know, it would be worth it. But he had a thing, his whole lifestyle was built around the marathon, meaning that nothing was going to happen overnight. If you guys are familiar with sports, you know a marathon is long endurance. It's not a 100-meter sprint. It's not a 200-meter sprint. It's not a 400-meter sprint. It's miles upon miles upon miles. So it's all about conditioning. And that's the journey with this and with anything in life, man. Even if it's you working a 9 to 5 and you're trying to reach the pinnacle of that, you're trying to become a store assistant manager, a store manager, a district manager, and get to the corporate level. You're gonna have to start here to get here. So it's a process. But most people, they become so entitled that they feel that, oh, if I've been consistent with it for a month, I'm supposed to get the results. That just ain't the way the world works, bro. You got to be able to stay consistent with something even when you aren't getting those results. And the place you have to go to mentally, because you have to take out all pointing the finger and saying it's this person, it's this person, it's this person, it's this person. You have to eliminate all of that. And you have to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to keep working. And I believe that over time, I'm going to get better, but I might not see the results immediately. So once I do get to that point, now, okay, I'm already prepared. So all the failures, in a sense, that I went through to get here, it was preparing me for this now. So now once that spotlight is on me, bro, I'm not doing nothing that I haven't been doing for the last year, the last 2 years, last 3 years. So when I get that opportunity, I'm prepared because it was this that got me there. So like I say, the lack of accountability, and you have to hold yourself accountable. You know, I always ask a lot of people when they get to talking about, or they want this job promotion, they say, okay, oh man, I got passed over for this promotion. So I ask, so in my mind, I'm looking at you and I'm saying, okay, I'm observing the person. I know your work, I know your character, and I know your work ethic. You know what I mean? I don't know you personally, but what you portray at work is what I'm going based off of. Your character. You're unreliable. You're always calling in. And when you do come to work, you try to avoid work. You try to do the bare minimum to just get by. You know, but you feel that just because you've shown up a few times that they are entitled to give you a promotion based off of that alone when you don't meet any other criteria other than just being a physical body there at times, because you're not even a physical body there consistently. But these are the same people that are going to say that the world is against me, oh, my job hates me. And it's like, bro, nobody hates you, you hate yourself. Because if you didn't hate yourself, you would give at least 80% of yourself to whatever it is you're doing. And with at least 80%, that will open up doors for you. It ain't always got to be 100%. You're not going to always feel 100% doing things. Man, it'd be a lot of times when I don't feel 100% doing videos. But guess what? I have no choice but to do it if that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? I have no choice. So once you learn accountability is going to open a lot of doors for you mentally and allow you to level up in a lot of different ways. Because now you stop putting the blame on this person, that person, that person, and that person. And sometimes you have to self-assess. I just had a situation recently with me and my girlfriend. We had a fight. Or disagreement in a sense, and I was looking at things from one side, and it was from my side, and I might have had points that I could have argued and like, okay, I was right, this, but once I took a step back and looked at it and analyzed it, I was like, okay, Rob, you could have been a little bit more understanding here. But if I didn't have accountability, guess what? We probably wouldn't be together right now, because I'd be like, oh man, she this, and I this, right? You have to learn that level of accountability. And that's the problem with young America. It's no accountability. And the world now is so soft. Like, you can't tell a person that you're lazy. You can't tell a person that you're not working hard enough. People are going to start saying, you're going to be looked at as a bully, a tyrant, and things of that nature when you're just being honest with a person. If you didn't get a job promotion, bro, it's because you're lazy. You don't deserve it. You know what I mean? If you're going through problems, you got problems in your personal life that you're having to deal with, that you need finances for. And when you're not getting the opportunity, or when you're not able to, and you get fired from a job because you're constantly calling in, doing no call, no shows, just not doing your damn job, now you want somebody to feel sorry for you. Bro, you was in a position to put yourself, to be able to take care of that the best way that you can. But you want to put the blame on everybody else, so now, therefore, you done cost yourself an opportunity at that. I don't feel sorry for that. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of the problem with young America. And not just young America, with America as a whole, but more specifically with young America. So if you ask me, the biggest things with them, like I said, once again, we're going to do a recap. The biggest things with young America, and feel free to elaborate on this in the comments if it's something that I missed, or just elaborate on if you agree with a certain topic that I was saying. But the biggest problem with young America today is, once again, laziness, entitlement, and lack of accountability. If you look around everywhere, anybody for the most part, especially if they're a younger person, there's no accountability that they take for themselves. And for the most part, people that surround them don't hold them accountable. That's what allows them to maneuver and act the way they act, because nobody in their life is being honest with them. Once again, like I said, you can't be honest with a person nowadays. And then if you do be honest, most people say they don't want to friend you. Well, I look at it like this. If I can't be honest with you, were we ever friends then? And I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know, like I said, man, feel free to comment, man. I look forward to seeing you guys' comments on some things that I might have missed, or some things that I might have said that you liked and you elaborate upon. So, man, make sure you do that. If you guys did enjoy this video, man, and if you go check out some more of my videos and you do enjoy those videos as well, man, make sure you do me a big favor, man. Hit that subscribe button. But for this video specifically, and any other video you watch, if you did enjoy that too, man, make sure you leave that thumbs up button on that video too. And like I say, man, I got these videos coming back to back. I know I haven't been consistent on this channel, and I'm trying to get back. So just bear with me and just, just stay on this journey with me. Like I always tell you guys, man, this is me talking with you, not to you. You know what I mean? Like I always say, iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. We got to all keep each other on point, and that's what this channel is for, to reach like-minded people like myself that's in different places that I can't see physically, but I can interact with them through here, which is social media. So that's what this whole platform is for, man. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out this thing. Peace.